What's going on, Titans Nation, and welcome back to the Glory Days Sports Show, where we cover all things from the boys in the two-tone blue, NFL, fantasy football, or just football in general. I'm your host, Jake Robertson, but before we get started, to support this channel, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. We sure appreciate it. But today, we're talking about the power drill of Nashville, the overkill in Jacksonville, who brings all the thrills and trills, Ryan Tannehill. And if he's the best quarterback in not just Titans history, but franchise history in general. Tannehill is just a dude that was writ off as washed and took an opportunity and ran with it. A man I was high on after we brought him in, who I thought would take the job from Marcus, and y'all roasted me for it. So I just want to take this moment to say, I told you so. But obviously he's been a new man in Titans red, white, and blue since moving from Miami and taking over for Marcus in the Denver game, actually, last year. But how does this stack up against names like Air McNair, Warren Moon, or George Blanda, who had a semi-similar career to Tannehill after only starting 23 games in his first 10 years in the league, but had a resurgence in Houston, going 28-8 in his first 3 seasons with the team, throwing 87 touchdowns in that time frame, while also setting the single-season passing touchdown record at 36. Shortly after the 3rd season, though, the wheels seemed to kind of just come off the wagon. Then another name passed, Warren Moon, who was a pioneer for African-American quarterbacks in the league after going undrafted and playing for the Edmonton Eskimos for 5 years in the Canadian Football League, before actually getting his crack in the NFL, where he spent his first 10 years with the Oilers, who eventually turned into the Titans. He was also the first African-American and undrafted quarterback to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2006. After a rocky start, he finished with a 70-69 overall record with the organization, but did struggle in the postseason. But he still commands respect as he is the leading passer in franchise history with over 6,000 more yards than the next man, which we're going to talk about, Steve McNair. Now, this is a man nearly every Titans fan should recognize right off the bat, and probably started the fandom for many of us today. The only quarterback to lead us to a Super Bowl to date, unfortunately coming up 1 yard short, as we all remember. Still a former co-MVP in the league, 3-time Pro Bowler, and holds the most wins in franchise history. And in my opinion, if I had to rank these 3 players, it would go McNair, number 1, Moon, 2, and Blanda, 3. But how does Tannehill match up with these legends? Based on win-to-loss ratio, he's currently in first of the names, granted smaller sample size, coming at 67% compared to the next highest for McNair at 58%. While also comparing the highest touchdown and lowest interception rate percentage, he actually ranks first in both of these, as he sits at 7.3 per touchdown and 1.6 per interception. The next closest to replicating these stats would be Blanda, who sits at 5.9, but a dreaded 6.8 on interceptions. And on the other side, we have McNair, who holds a 2.7 interception percentage, but holds a 4.0 on the touchdowns. Now, I just wanted to throw out some other stats that Tannehill currently leads all time thus far with the Titans, as well as starting completion percentage, check, but maybe he's not throwing deep. Highest average per attempt and holds the longest pass in franchise history, check and check. Passer rating, check, by over 22 points. The only spot Tannehill is lacking is passing yards with franchise, but is still on pace to finish with the 3rd highest in a season this year. When it comes down to it all, Tannehill is on a roaring start with the Titans, is under contract for the next good bit, and in my opinion, is the best quarterback we've ever had. But that is still up for debate, and if someone wanted to go with Moon or McNair, I still wouldn't fault them at all for that. But the only way to silence this debate is to get to the promised land, the Super Bowl, and win it all. But that's it for me today, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for the chance to win that free signed Corey Davis jersey. As well as follow us on Twitter at Glory Day Sports. But also, let me know down in the comments how you feel about Tannehill. how he stacks up against the legends. But till next time, peace.